A 73-year-old Indian woman's deportation, a $100,000 visa fee, and 50% tariffs on Indian goods. Three policy moves that signal a shift in America's relationship with India.
ਮੈਨੂੰ 2012 ਤੋਂ deportation ਲੱਗੀ ਸੀ।
On September 22nd, Harjit Kaur was deported to India, ending her 33-year life in California. The 73-year-old had faithfully attended mandatory ICE appointments for over a decade. But this time, instead of being allowed to go home, she was detained and processed for removal. Her case drew attention because it reflects the administration's expanded enforcement, targeting long-term residents without criminal records. About 200 people protested her detention before the deportation proceeded.
Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most abused visa systems in our current immigration system has been the H-1B non-immigrant visa program.
On September 19th, President Trump signed an executive order imposing a $100,000 fee on new H-1B visa applications. The move directly affects Indian professionals who achieve 7 out of 10 H-1B visas annually. Major tech companies advised their Indian employees about potential travel restrictions. Indian IT stocks declined by up to 5% following the announcement. The visa fee follows earlier trade actions. Since July, the US has imposed 50% tariffs on Indian goods, citing India's purchase of Russian oil as justification. 5 rounds of trade negotiations between the countries have failed to produce an agreement. India has responded by diversifying its trade relationships. It recently signed a trade agreement with the UK and is negotiating with the EU. Prime Minister Modi attended the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in China last month. Despite tensions, India continues cooperating on deportations. Over 1,100 Indian nationals were returned to India in fiscal year 2024, according to US immigration data. These measures represent a shift from previous US policy that treated India as a strategic partner. The approach uses economic pressure across multiple sectors to influence India's foreign policy decisions. The effectiveness of this strategy remains unclear. While it may pressure India on specific issues like Russian oil purchases, it also risks pushing India toward alternative partnerships at a time when the US seeks to counter China's influence in Asia. The outcome will likely determine whether economic leverage can reshape the relationship between the world's oldest and largest democracies, or whether it accelerates India's pursuit of strategic autonomy.